Hello Internet, this video is part of the home remodel playlist on Scott's Garage. In this video, I will be installing under the kitchen sink this reverse osmosis water filtration system by SimPure, which is short for Stay Simple, Stay Pure. And this reverse osmosis filtration system is the Q3 series. Keep watching. Now obviously I have unboxed this already, and I want to just make some initial observations. Some of the RO systems are meant to hang like under the sink along the side off the bottom. Not this one. It's kind of built like a desktop computer, about the same size really, and on the base there are rubber feet, and it's simply meant, again, under the sink to be there. There is a front display. You do plug it in. This has a pump on it to pump the water. Some of the older type of RO systems, there is a pressure tank with a bladder in it. You can do that still with this. It's an add-on. But this is designed so you don't need that, and it saves a little bit of room that way. Now, the unit itself comes with the cartridges already attached and built in. As far as I know, I don't have to do anything. These are attached correctly. I'll have to remove them when I have to change the filters, but I'm not obviously going to do that right now. Now, here's the gooseneck faucet part of the system, and it's very attractive. It's stainless steel on the outside, the on-off is obviously, but there's also another filter built right in here. Now let's get started and install this. Okay, step one is to install the feeder water adaptive valve. So there's a shutoff valve for hot and cold underneath the sink, and this will simply go upstream from that. So I'll turn off the main shutoff for the cold, and this attaches on top of that, and it continues on to feed the faucet, but then this will shoot out to feed the RO system. Now it does come with a rubber gasket, and that will go right there. Okay, we're underneath the sink. This is the hot line, and part of that goes off to the dishwasher. This is the cold line right here. So I'm simply going to turn that off. It's just a quarter shut-off valve, and this is 5/8. Loosen that up. There will be a little bit of water. I just kind of want to sop it up. Okay, the rubber gasket is in there, and I'm simply going to put it in line just like that. And this is 3/4 inch. I don't want to over tighten it, but under tighten it either. Because this part I'm going to turn off. And I'll hook this up, and I'll make sure that the cold water is not leaking. Okay, I'll check for leaks. Okay, looks good. Okay, step two is to install the faucet. And they instruct you to drill it if it's not drilled. I already pre-drilled this, so I know the faucet will go right here. I don't know the bit size, but I simply made it the same size as this going down. So I'm going to get underneath. There is a rubber gasket there, and also this. This slides in place, and that goes on the top part. Put it in place, and I'll put the nut that came in with it on the bottom side. So kind of match this sink here as far as the angle. Okay, the camera is lying on the base, and I am on my back looking up. There we go. I'm just going to hand tighten for now. I'll tighten it up tighter after I make sure that everything's in place. Now, below the lock nut is something they refer to as part M5, and that's what this is. And there is a narrow side and a broader side. There's also some clips here. So it's not really clear on the instruction. You don't see the clips on the instruction, but I've used these before, so they're, looks like they gave me 2 extra, but there's the larger one. You attach the tube and then you slide this in place to lock it. And likewise with coming off of the faucet, the metal that comes down, I'll attach it and then I'll put this clip in there, which will lock it in place. So now back under the sink. Okay, step 3 is to install the drain saddle, which is right here. And just note on the instructions here that you'll be drilling through some of the plastic pipe. You don't want to go off of the garbage disposal side, but simply the drain that comes straight down from the main sink. And it's a 1/4 inch bit, and we'll get it under the sink now. Okay, so I'm avoiding the disposal side. Here's the sink side. Right in here is where I'm going to place it, just center. And I'm going to drill a pilot hole first. Okay, there we go. Okay, the final part of this step is to insert the 1/4 inch tubing that's marked wastewater. And these are real easy. You just push it in like that, and it's locked in. Okay, so here I got what's called the outlet water line that goes to the faucet, and I put the clips in. You can see the clip up above is in place as well. It's time now for the main inlet, and it looks to me like this is just compression, so I don't see anything fancy about this. You put the nut on the end, push it in place, and then tighten the nut. Good. Okay, I've kept the unit out just to make it a little bit easier to hook up these hoses and for you to see. So just one at a time. So this is the waste one. These are just rubber stoppers. So you just push it in, so it goes all the way in, and then just pull it out slightly, and then put the keeper on there. Okay, water inlet. Which is this one. This is a bigger clip. Okay. And then the water outlet, which is the blue line. All the way in. Pull it back. All right, those are all in place. Okay, now for the moment of truth, I'll plug the power cord in. Okay, I can hear it filling up a little bit. I don't see any leaks. I carefully put it in place. Okay, the last thing I said to do is to let it run for 20 minutes. Hey Siri, set timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes, counting down.
It's been 1 week since I installed this SimPure RO filtration system. So far, so good. Absolutely love the taste of the water. I like to make good coffee. I've been using it exclusively in the coffee maker and just really good tasting. Now, the kit comes with a sensor, and I think it's called a TDS sensor. I'm not exactly sure what TDS stands for, but it measures parts per million. So if there are particles in the water, it will measure it. And I thought what I'd do, simply to show you, I have three cups here. And I will use the pink cup for the RO system. I'll use the blue simply for what comes out of the tap. And I'll use the orange for a simple filter, filtering our refrigerator water. So turn it on. It's set for ppm, parts per million. We'll go in reverse order. So this is the refrigerator filtered water. It turns red, 128 parts per million. So again, the red means it's bad. So even though filtered, it's not that good. And we'll do next the tap water. I think I just put it straight in there. Maybe, oops, I guess I have to clear it. Yeah, clear it. So here's the tap water. 149, actually 194, excuse me. So the plain tap water, again, far worse than the filtration. You can see that the refrigerator filter does work, but it's still bad, it's still in the red zone. Clear it. probably should dry this off to be exact, but so this now is the SimPure filtration. Amazing. It's only registering four parts per million. So by far, it's definitely working and very impressive. I'm glad they put this TDS kit in it. So there we go. The SimPure RO filtration system. I am completely satisfied with it. I want to thank SimPure for sending me their product to review. Sorry it's taken so long. And I'll put an Amazon affiliate link in the description below. If you use my affiliate link, it costs you the same. Eventually, Amazon will send me a small portion of the sale. It's there, though, for your convenience. As usual, have a great day.